slide it in?
No, you ram it in. There we are, we're live. Hello again. About our little lunch break. Probably like fuck. Hold on. Yeah, we've had our little lunch break now. So, first things first, I'm going to say, if you take offence to any of the videos that I do, elders, any comments we say on here, then in a way I'm glad. The reason being is that if you take offence because we've said something that's wrong, or we're saying that the way a coach does something, and you would take offence the way that, or the technique we use, or your coach is doing that because, I don't know where I'm trying to go about trying to get into it. So I mean, if you're taking offence to something, your coach is probably doing it.
Yeah.
Does that work?
Yeah.
So if I say something, or Al says something, or one of us who've got a lot of experience in this industry and in lifting, if we say something and you take offence to it, it's probably because your coach is doing it and he's shit. Simple as, isn't it? Like, there's a lot of people out there that we said there's a lot of information on the website, there's a lot of information on the internet,
and it's free for a reason.
And it's free for a reason because it's crap.
Yeah.
And I've done a few videos that when I've done them and I've posted them, I've known that there's going to get some kind of reaction from some people, because some people are sensitive Sallys and they need to just chill out.
At the end of the day,
it's our opinions,
yeah,
aren't they?
What we say is our views
on stuff
from our experiences, our experience, and what we see day to day, and our take on it.
Yeah, and what we've done.
What we've done, what works, what we've seen that doesn't work, where people are getting injured and people are not making progress, whatever. This is basically our views and what we think. And if you don't like that or say
take offence
to it, let us know, because we would like to know, and we'd like to know your reasons and why you think we're wrong and what we're saying.
Because we're not always right. Because at the end of the day, they still are our opinions. No one's ever right.
With any industry in the world, you're always learning.
Always learning. And
always learning. That's what I mean.
And like, I've done a video recently, so I've got a feeling it's caused a bit, touch a few nerves, to say the least.
At the end of the day, it's your views and what you've seen, and what you've heard, and what you've and what's happened.
And it was on CrossFit.
Yeah.
But I'm not slating CrossFit as a thing, because I believe that CrossFit has brought a lot of positives to the industry, where it is just a huge sport. It's a huge sport
for a reason.
And it is, like I did say in my video, it is just a jumped up circuits class.
Yeah.
Because it was all it is. Yeah. But there's nothing wrong with that. I've never said there was anything wrong with that.
We do circuits classes because
we do circuits classes because they work. CrossFit works.
They can be as hard as you want or whatever, or be easy as you want. CrossFit is a blend of different sports and techniques put together. But once you do it wrong, you're in for a treat because you're going to get injured.
Yeah, that's all I was trying to say. There's a lot of coaches, like I said.
And why have you been injured? Why was your technique bad?
Because of poor technique.
Because of poor technique.
Poor coaching.
Where did you learn that from? Poor coach.
Inadequate coaches.
Yeah.
And there's a
powerlifting, squat. You just tore a hamstring squatting. Why did you tear a hamstring squatting? Were you going too heavy? Not really. I've done this weight 5 times. Let's have a look at your technique in the video.
Good morning, it.
Yeah, exactly. You're just bending over and crushing yourself and whatever, and then your hamstring's gone. Do you know what I mean? Where did you learn to squat like that? Oh, Big Dave told me to do it. Whatever. You know, sort of, he's not a good coach. Whatever. You need a new one.
That's all we were trying to get at, is that these are our opinions, but our opinions are backed up with years and years of experience. And a lot of people out there, and there is a lot of coaches in our local area who are coaching a lot of people with not much experience.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm getting at, is that some people get a qualification and that entitles them to go and teach hundreds and hundreds of people without having hundreds and hundreds of hours of teaching under their belt. Yeah. But I won't listen to anybody unless they've done more than me.
Yeah.
And I won't listen to anybody unless they're stronger than me. And I won't listen to anybody unless they're more wealthy or they've done more than me, because I don't want to be going backwards, and people behind me I have no interest in. I want to bring them up. I want to help people look up to me and bring people up. But in kind of powerlifting and bodybuilding, I look at people who've done more than me.
Yeah, exactly. Well, exactly. When you've added up all the people that you've trained or whatever, like, that's why I say I'm not always 100% right. But I've got a lot of experience. But I've added up and whatever. It's about 4,000 hours of personal training hours I've done in my life. That's 4,000 hours I've given of my time to other people
to help get them better.
To help them get them better and understand their bodies and understand their their bodies overall, diets, nutrition, whatever it is, training, yeah. And there'll be someone who's spent, 10,000, 20,000 hours. You know what I mean? Jack's probably spent 10,000 hours, yeah.
Obviously, I spent hundreds and hundreds, thousands of hours, but
that's what I mean. But we're still learning. So
still learning. Like, I don't
pick
know.
up more and more.
I'm not the best coach.
Exactly, but then you're looking at these guys. They've just got their qualification. They might have been doing their sport a couple of years or whatever, but they haven't spent any time with anyone else except for themselves.
They've never been in a competitive environment.
Yeah,
that's another thing. Like with me, a coach should have competed,
yeah.
or if they've not competed, they should have worked with athletes who have competed. Because there's a lot of people, for example, in the who are Mr. Olympias and stuff, which their coaches, like the grandma, like she's never competed, but she's just one of this fucking sick coach. She's coaching Ronnie Winkler to the Olympia stage. But there's mate. But that's where my last video was going. Is that the coaching, some level of coaching is so bad it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're not picking any sport.
No, not any sport.
We're just saying CrossFit's probably the most popular sport, growing sport right now.
And everybody wants to be a CrossFit, so it's getting the most attention.
It's getting a lot of attention, and that was just what caught our eye. We've seen a lot of people putting up videos tagging CrossFit, tagging fitness and whatever in the local area, and we're looking at their technique on the Instagram, whatever, and we're looking at going, oh man, if that guy put another 10 kilos on that bar,
he's gonna snap something.
He's gonna hurt something. Do you know what I mean? And that's our concern. That's our concern.
Yeah, it's not a dig. It is a concern. It is a concern,
and we're just letting you guys know what our views on it, and that that just take more care when you go in to start a new sport.
Or if you're going to become a coach.
Or you're going to become a coach.
That's what annoys me, is that people can now go out and get a coaching qualification by not actually doing much. And we've spent hours and hours and hours of free hours of free time doing hours of free content and stuff, and we're classed at the same level now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's all I wanted to say, is because I've got a feeling a few things I've said recently may have been twisted the wrong way, and if you're taking them personally, then maybe I won't look at myself, because I don't believe I need to, but maybe you look at yourself and your coach, and then we'll go from there. But let's look at powerlifting, because that's what we all are. We're powerlifters, we're bodybuilders, but we've kind of touched on the powerlifting side of stuff. No, bodybuilding side of stuff.
Yeah, mainly bodybuilding.
But a lot of people now want to get strong, which is wicked. Like powerlifting.
Got my attention.
Yeah. Powerlifting has gone boom at the moment.
Yeah.
And
I put it down to the fact of building muscle takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which muscle is important. You do need muscle to obviously get stronger, because obviously that's how it works. You put on muscle, you put on strength, you put on strength, you put on muscle, vice versa, whatever it is. But I think not just younger, but people are mainly realising you don't need a shit ton of muscle to build a shit ton of strength fast.
No.
Yeah? And we'd never ever want you to fast track strength and go, right, I'm going to get this strong in this amount of time, whatever. It's good to set goals, because that's how you're going to get injured. But also it's cool to see that going, maybe I don't need to have a six-pack and huge arms to be strong. And that's what attracts a lot of people's attention. Yeah.
And I think people are liking the fact that they are strong now, because it looks cool too.
Yeah, it's good to be strong, good to be functional, good to actually use the gym to not just for aesthetics. Yeah, that's what from changing from bodybuilding to powerlifting now. That's the one thing that I've actually become less body conscious than I was when I was bodybuilding. Now I still have to have a strong physique and be quite lean and whatever, but it's not my number one goal. It's took a back seat. So it's good to kind of get over that. What a lot of people experience now, but really body conscious, six packs everywhere, curvy girls everywhere, wherever it's slim girls everywhere, so that's what I think.
A lot of people, girls do want to be strong.
Yeah, so that's what I mean.
So many girls come into our place and I just want to be strong. I don't really PT for me has gone up massively for girls just wanting to get strong, and women wanting to get strong.
Yeah.
Like the skinny kind of malnourished looks now hopefully gone.
Yeah.
And the big, not big, chunky, kind of strong, powerful,
curvy
that's kind of girl. It's feminine still, but feminine muscle, should we say. It's kind of coming into fashion, which to me is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like I said, it's just, these girls walking straight to the gym, walking straight past the treadmills and walking straight to a barbell. and loading it up, you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool to see, and those girls to me are smart. They know.
That was me. My hair was just down.
Oh yeah, shit. I was going to say this is a world record. I feel like Steffi Cohen, but whatever, you know.
Yeah, like people like Steffi Cohen. Like,
yeah.
Well,
she's small. She's only 57 kilos, and she deadlifted 240, I think. With straps. 240 kilograms on a deadlift. 57 kilo girl.
Yeah.
She treats like I do though, doesn't she?
Yeah, sumo. So it didn't really count in some federations, my federations, but
yeah,
it's all right.
Yeah, they throw you out as soon as you spread your legs.
Yeah. But powerlifting is kind of, you don't necessarily, if you want to get strong, you don't necessarily need to class yourself as a powerlifter, because a lot of people I know, a lot of girls that I've spoken to that want to get strong, are like, yeah, but I don't want to be a powerlifter because that means I become fat and bulky.
Yeah.
It's the same as when girls say I don't want to lift weights because I'm going to become bulky.
Yeah.
They don't really go hand in hand.
No.
Calorie surplus and lifting heavy, you become bulky.
Yeah. Like
cakes make you bulky, girls.
Yeah, KFC makes you bulky.
Not squats.
Squats don't make you bulky. 100 kilos don't make you bulky.
Yeah.
But it does make you look a lot better, and it makes you 25 times more attractive if you can squat over 100 kilos.
in your opinion. Fact. But yeah, no, that's it. It's good to see. Like it's a smarter approach to training. Not being scared to do this exercise, not just scared to do that exercise, whatever it is. It's just like rather than walking in and going, I'm going to burn 1,000 calories today on cardio. Like I said in the last video, you probably haven't even eaten 1,000 calories today. So where's this going to go?
You're in a huge deficit. You're like a deficit through a deficit. But how would you get strong? If someone wanted to get strong, what would you do?
Well, what would you do if a female client or male client walked into the gym and said, right, I have been training on off for like a little while now, maybe a year or two. I'm quite educated in my diet, whatever, but I just seem to not be getting any stronger. I really want to get stronger. 8 weeks is my goal to get strong, feel strong.
Okay. When we take a look at someone like that, you have to establish what they want to be strong in.
Yes.
And if they've got any aesthetic goals combined with that. If they want to do their own nutrition, that's by the by, because at the end of the day, we can't coach absolutely everybody that we've got. We can certainly give them some introspective on what we understand from diets and what we think will be the best beneficiary as far as what's going to give you strength, i.e. a bit of a calorie surplus. If you're trying to starve yourself to death at the same time, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, that's right.
Then establish their technique on the lifts in question.
Yeah, spend some time doing technique first.
Yeah. So let's argue that we want to get stronger at pressing movements, overhead, incline, flat bench, and dumbbells as well, squats and leg presses, deadlifts. Just establish what that form is, and if we're taking a look at a maximum that they've got, I don't like to see the maximum. I don't like to max out myself, and while they're probably not using all the musculature to do a correct physical, you know when you hit like a max deadlift and you can't do it for 2 weeks. Our technique's on point to be able to pull that off. Theirs probably isn't, but at the same time, I'll say.
So when they walk in, technique work, but don't max out.
Exactly. So in the event that their technique, in our opinion, because they come to us for coaching, is off, that's when we start identifying what technique needs to be fixed, what muscle groups are lacking. Let's say if their hips are shooting up, they've got a little bit of an issue in terms of the hamstring of the glutes and the hips and lower back.
So assess weak points.
Build upon that with intelligently chosen accessories.
Cool.
And
what's accessory work?
Accessory work.
People fail to understand what accessory work is and why and what's the importance of it.
Supplementary exercises for hypertrophy reasons mainly, because you're going to be in a higher rep range than ideally speaking you should be for the big.
So going back to what I said earlier, build more muscle to get stronger.
Yeah, if you're bigger, you're going to be stronger, right?
So this is our thing. After the main list, accessory work, the focus is on hypertrophy. Not always that though. What else is it?
What else is there in terms of accessory work?
Yeah, what else is it for? Recovery?
Recovery also. So hypertrophy to build the muscles in the areas where the muscles need to be stronger so that we lift similar coefficients. And recovery work as well. The biggest thing I try and take a look at with clients though is mobility.
Mobility.
Always encourage
so what is mobility?
Mobility. Okay, for me...
Wissam, that's mobility.
Mobility is functional movement and making sure that you release, stretch the muscles, stretch the nerves, and activate the appropriate muscles in question for the lifts.
Okay.
For me, I will release with lacrosse balls, rolling rods, and foam rollers.
Yeah, okay, cool.
So stretching can be a bit different. How do you stretch clients? Do you dynamic or do you static, or what do you do?
At the end of the session, it's mainly just focusing on stretches that we've obviously the muscles we've touched upon, and I mainly ensure stretches for recovery, making sure anything's not too tight as well. To be fair, at the end of the workout for any clients, but to be fair, the main focus is making sure everything's firing properly at the beginning of the session.
It's the beginning more for me.
So, Will, you're obviously the king of that. So, so explain what muscles that you.
Yeah, fucking how you stretch for 4 hours.
Yeah, I do.
So say we
show up early.
So it's a max effort deadlift day. You've just drove to Fitness Works Warwick. I'm late as usual.
Yeah.
So what do you do spending your time that 20 minutes that I'm probably late for?
I've just spent at least 2 hours in the car, so my hip flexors will be tight.
2 hours waiting for me.
My hip flexors will be tight, and then 2 hours waiting for Elliot, so sitting playing my phone, playing with other things. What I'll do first is start releasing the muscles that are tight and inhibiting. So we'll take a look at the hip flexors, the rectus femoris. Get my lacrosse ball. If you're too cheap to get one from Mobility Tools or something, buy yourself a dog ball, nick it off the dog, borrow it for a day.
Or my dog nicks it off me.
Yeah, exactly. I leave it at the end of the sessions, don't I? Your clients have tons of shit by the time I'm left the gym.
So it's deadlift day. You just drove down from
Doncaster
up in Yorkshire. So it's come Fitness Works Warwick to train with me and Jack for a max effort deadlift session. So his main issues are, he's a sumo deadlifter, by the way. So Google that if you don't know what that is, or YouTube it. It means his legs are wide when he's doing the movement rather than doing close. So
literally doing the splits.
Literally doing the splits. So he needs more mobility in his hips to do that. So his hips get tight, his lower back gets tight, his glutes get tight when he's driving, or just from general training. So we need to release them off with a foam roller, lacrosse ball, get them all activated by using bands. So when you get your bands out, what exercises do you do? Give 3 exercises you do before deadlift.
3 exercises to do. First of all, get one quick one out of the way. I do a hip hike where it looks like I'm doing a little gay hip dance, but it's really good for starting to get the glutes engaged with the static squeeze. Then I'll start using the bands. I'll actually put do a kettlebell. I'll do a kettlebell squat. I'll put the band around my knees. I'll do a half squat, so I'll take it down to glute engagement point, and I'll go through a range of widths, but I'll drive my knees out and screw my feet every time, feel a contraction in the glute, and I'll breathe out because that's the point where I've gone through most exertion. I'm fighting against the band. I do that, immediately drop the kettlebell, and I go into crab walks up and down the gym. Again, looks like I'm doing a bit of a dance.
Explains itself.
And then I'll put the band around my neck, or I'll hook the band up, and I'll do a hamstring activation. It could be a 1-leg Romanian deadlift, holding the kettlebell in the opposing arm to keep me in balance.
Anyone who knows Romanian deadlifts, you definitely train with us.
Or I'll physically have my leg out and then contract the glute and bring the foot down to the floor, fighting against a band that's been rigged high.
So again, all activating all the glutes, all the inside of the leg, all the muscles that we're going to be working. So the importance when you want to lift heavy, you've got to make sure you want to use all your arsenal of all these muscles. Compound movements mean there's more than one muscle working, there's tons. So if they're all working and firing, you're going to pick up the most weight and you're going to get the most
stretch stuff. You're not going to use.
When you're lifting maximally, everything's got to work.
Everything.
So if you're squatting, it's not just about your quads and your hamstrings working. If you're squatting, you need your lower back, you need your upper back, you need your core, you need your glutes, you need your fucking quads,
everything.
Glutes and hamstrings certainly at depth point.
Everything needs to be firing 100%. Otherwise, you're not going to lift maximally. You're going to use other muscles to muscle up that weight, which is not what you want to do.
To be fair, it was Will that made me kind of realise that my glutes were a bit inactive. They only kick in towards my heavier sets of deadlifts, and by then sometimes it's too late because I've already done all my sets, you know what I mean, and the lockout's been a bit slow. So that's what I mean. So before my workout now, before deadlifts, I do some hip thrusts, I do some some goblet squats, I do a lot of exercise to activate my lower body in the weaker areas, so when they're firing, they can keep up with my stronger areas like my lower back.
And also, it's just so you can actually hit depth. So for me, if I'm coming to squat now, unless I'm warm, I can't hit depth. My hips just do not open up. And I can't drop into the hole.
That is a huge point actually. I have a lot of clients and whatever, or have had a lot of clients that said, I struggle to hit depth for my squats, and I go, okay, let's have a look. But they're like, it's okay. My last PT said it's fine. It just means that I've just got, you know, something wrong.
Strong quads.
Yeah.
Or you just do a smaller range of motion.
Yeah.
Like,
So they're basically, their PT didn't have the time to turn around and say to them, you know what, just start again from scratch, because they're built to this weight and they're happy. PTs get content. Some PTs get content with their clients. They're happy that they're making progress, even though it's not the right kind of progress. So I have had to brought down a few clients and work on stretches, mobility, and firing the right muscles and making sure everything's activated like we've just gone through. And then again, 9 times out of 10, it fixes all these problems where you can't hit depth.
Everyone can hit depth.
Everyone can.
Even if you're 6'7", you can hit depth.
Yeah. But yeah, well, I said my Niall's mate, Alex Banfield, is 6'10". He has no excuses. He knows he could half squat 200, 250 kilos if he wanted to, but he'll load the bar with 3 plates and he'll hit depth like ass to grass every time.
Yeah.
Front squat 100 kilos, ass to grass.
Unless you've got pre-existing
He's
chronic
6'10".
knee issues, which we try and encourage everybody to.
But 9 times out of 10, when you say you have knee issues, it means you've got tight quads or tight hips.
No one, and people say, I can't squat because I have lower back issues. You never do. You just your pelvis is pulling out. And
or your hips are tight, or your glutes are inactive, or
push smashing through your
lower
lower
back.
back.
Things you need to find yourself a good PT, well, a physiotherapist, not PT. That's the American term.
Yeah.
Physiotherapist. So as I said, we're lucky to have Wiss. He looks after us. I said we've been working with him now for I've been working with him for a good few months now. He knows my body without sounding too gay.
What's his name?
Wissam the guy.
I meant to use him, but it hurts me too much, so I don't.
He pushes out.
I pushes out and I don't go because it fucking hurts so bad.
It hurts, but it's worth it.
So I don't go.
Yeah, that's it.
I know how bad this sounds, but I go to a massage parlour, a Thai massage parlour called Smile in Doncaster. Shut up, you two. It's not like that. And those girls are absolutely amazing at soft tissue.
How many did you have on you at once?
Sorry?
Yeah, 7.
It's like Rush Hour 2 where Chris Tucker's got 8 of them.
I love my life, man.
It's on.
But that's it. You find a good physio. They understand your issues. They understand your, like I said, I have shoulder, scapular, mobility issues from squatting, benching, whatever it is. As soon as they're released off, I can't moan that I'm weak because of being tight. So
it does affect your power a lot, right?
Oh, it does.
If you're not tight,
it affects my position.
So,
if your position's not on, so when we.
So that's the problem with powerlifting. You have a perfect line.
Yeah.
And you hit that perfect line, you'll squat PBs. But if you're tight
and you roll forward,
you're rolling forward, rolling back, or you you don't sit into something, you're not going to hit that PB because you're not in your powerfulness position.
Yeah. So for example, say like Sam Parker, huge dude, you know, he's like 350 pounds, whatever he is, and his issues with squatting is the fact that his anterior tightness is so much that when he comes down his squat, the bar path moves and the bar goes over his heels a little bit. So that's why he struggles to hit the depth, or he'll lose position and won't be able to get the full power. The geezer's like ready to squat 400 any time now. Hopefully he landed with Savage, but as I said, I've spoken to him a million times. When he has a massage and he gets and he does his mobility drills and whatever and gets everything eased off, the issues go away.
Yeah.
But when you're constantly slamming yourself with heavy weight trying to get stronger,
battered. Your
body's battered.
Your CNS system's battered.
Yeah, it basically gets tight as a defense mechanism to say like, ease off me. So that's why therapy is very, very important. So.
Back to joint issues on the back of what Elliot said with mobility, I go a little bit of an extra mile with certain tendon issues that I've got, because as Elliot is correct in saying, when you're constantly training, tightening up the body, for myself, my patella tendons, they start becoming a little bit inflamed, and when they're at the worst, I saw the osteo. It taught me a lot about the issues that I have. Nothing sinister there. It just needs to get released now and again. I bought myself one of those jade blades, those Chinese physio blades. I think Androgen, you know, Sailor.
Andrew Sarge.
Yeah, Andrew Sarge. Andrew Blast. Our friend over at Salford, fantastic gym if you're ever in Manchester and Salford area, particularly if you're into strength training. Highly recommend him. He actually works with the blade as well, so what I try and do is...
Cut me in half, man.
Yeah, he did.
I did just kill.
Absolutely.
I use an oil mix that one of the Botany girls I know mixes up for me. I'm not really sure what's in it, just make sure she keeps me well supplied, and I ease off the tendons with that blade. But that's That's what I was doing before my mobility, before I did my 350 the other week for my deadlifts. Because about a week and a half before, I was struggling to get 330 and my knees were screaming. So I took some time off. I did this to make sure that my knees were completely released. Tendons are not very vascular. It encourages blood flow to the area. The inflammation is only going to aggravate the tissues even more. I took that out. I ended up with a 10k PB, then I hit a 20k PB.
20 kilo PB on his deadlift.
PB.
And this guy's been deadlifting for years.
Yeah, just because my knees worked that day.
That's what I mean. Yeah, just because his knees work better that day, you'd be able to lock out 20 kilos, man.
Yeah, hopefully for squats today as well.
Yeah.
That's
And then
it.
Blackie does 500.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's just little things about powerlifting. We'll probably leave it at that. And you got anything else to say?
That's it. Just find yourself a good coach. Find yourself
Good environment.
Yeah, a good environment, a good gym with the right bars, the right setup.
Find someone who's not going to tell you everything's okay too.
Yeah.
Because if you're trying to say something's not right, doesn't mean you're being negative.
Yeah.
It's just trying to make someone better.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So like, if you're around these people who just say yes, yes, yes all the time, that's no good for anyone.
No.
Like you need someone to be like yesterday when Al did a bench, I was like, that's shit. Use your legs more. The next rep was fucking class.
That was 10 kilos more and it moved a lot quicker. Yeah.
So it's just like, it's not saying, I'm not saying he's shit. I'm saying that what you just did there was shit.
Yeah,
because you can do better.
I know you can do better.
So don't.
I mean, we forget technique cues all the time, even
Yeah.
at this stage of the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Just don't.
Find yourself a coach who's not afraid to turn around and go, you're doing it
That's
wrong.
wrong, yeah.
You're doing it wrong. I'll show you how to fix it.
There's a lot of coaches out there that will say, yeah, that's perfect because you're a paying customer.
Yeah.
And some people
And they don't
don't
wanna
like.
lose
Yeah.
your-
Some people
your
don't
payment.
like being told they're doing something wrong because they think they're doing everything right, which is not true. No one I don't do anything right. I'd make loads of mistakes.
But you learn from them, and that's how you get better. And someone's saying, this is how you fix it, and that's how you get better. You don't get instantly good at something and continue progression
without being told
to become great without doing anything wrong.
It's not true. Like, you do things wrong. So you find yourself a good place, a good coach, good environment, a good team, and then have fun. Lift slowly, consistently, and do the basics right.
Yeah, stick to it for a while and enjoy it.
Yeah.
And if you've been doing it a while and you're not enjoying it, maybe it's not for you. Do something else.
There's a lot of things out
Try
there.
CrossFit.
Well, yeah, just had to say CrossFit, but like
Exactly. You don't know.
Just because we're powerlifters and bodybuilders doesn't mean that we don't appreciate everybody out. Like, to me, I know I didn't slate CrossFit. I just said what my opinions to it, but the athletes are phenomenal. They're some of the most incredible athletes in the whole entire world. Their physique's ridiculous.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Fucking for a reason.
They are called the fittest on earth for a reason, because they are.
They might have bad shoulders and torn pecs.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, and they might do funny pull-ups.
Yeah,
but they are the fittest.
I'd love to hear 3 CrossFitters sitting in a car talking about powerlifting. What they'd say about us.
Yeah, exactly.
They'd be like,
immobile, big fat men.
They've all got amazing neck rolls. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, which is true.
So that's what I mean. It's one of them.
I've already got a CrossFit wardrobe. I can move into it anytime.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
I got the trainers.
Yeah. But it's not that we dislike other things and other what do you call them? It's not
disciplines.
Disciplines.
That's disciplines. It's just powerlifting's better. That's all it's trying to say.
Yeah. Like
For us,
I would potentially like to have. I would never go and start doing a CrossFit WOD because it would be absolutely.
I'll tell you what.
Embarrassing.
Actually, I'll say this now. 2018.
We'll do one.
We'll do a CrossFit workout. Yeah. Me and Jack will go along to a CrossFit gym. We'll do a
go to
CrossFit workout.
Leamington.
Yeah. And we'll record it and we'll make a blog on it. And we'll show you our faces before and after the workout and how much we enjoyed it.
I'll get Sot to put us through a CrossFit WOD.
Yeah. We'll do it. But I said, any guys that do CrossFit and want to get stronger,
come to us.
Drop us a message and we'll see what we can do, see if we can help you.
Because we could all get better. If everyone works together, everyone will get better.
I went to a CrossFit gym in Tenerife and it was terrifying. They literally had no weights. It was just a cage. It was just a room with people doing belly flops and roly-polies.
Yeah.
So it probably wasn't a good gym.
Yeah, so... Yeah, that was just a little chat we wanted to have. Just because, like I said, there's a lot of experience and knowledge sat in this car, and it's nice just to have a bit of a conversation about it every now and then.
Yeah.
And also, we can learn off each other.
Yeah.
Which we always do.
So
we're going to a gym now full of crazy lifters.
Huge, strong guys.
Huge, strong guys, which we're going to learn off now.
Yeah, casual 300 kilogram deadlifts.
Yeah, that's what I mean. And like 300 kilo squats, warm-ups, and and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
they're
So,
absolute Spartans of guys, you know. But this is why we come over here, you know.
yeah, that's why we drive 2 hours, because
we want to
they're
be
better than us.
Yeah, we want to be around the best to get better. So, you know, there's always things to learn. But if there's any subjects we touched on today we're not gone deep into enough to answer your questions or thoughts,
Yeah, just let us know.
just drop us a DM or whatever, and
We'll answer it soon.
We'll answer it soon, or we'll make another video blog or whatever if there's enough response.
Yeah, but thank you for tuning in.
Yeah,
And see you soon.
enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Peace.